I'm Jacob with Dynamic Defense Solutions, and today we're going to be talking about defending liberties. More and more, we see Second Amendment rights and liberties being stripped away under the guise of public safety and common sense gun reform. This is happening nationwide, state to state, at varying levels. Right now in Virginia, for example, people are feverishly fighting to maintain their Second Amendment rights while praying that it's not already too late. Here in our home state of Alaska, we are seeing attacks on the Second Amendment. In Alaska, the last frontier, one of the few states that has constitutional carry, a stand-your-ground state, and a state with more guns per capita than most in the nation. Yes, here in Alaska, we are seeing our Second Amendment rights and liberties slowly being attacked more and more. We have seen proposals that would require citizens to procure concealed carry permits. We are currently seeing bills that would ban future gun ranges from being built, and we are even seeing red flag laws. House Bill 62, titled Gun Violence Protective Order, is a red flag law that is currently sponsored by 3 representatives and is gaining traction here in Alaska. So what is a red flag law, and why should we be opposed to them? A red flag law is a gun control law that permits police or family members to petition a state court to order the temporary removal of firearms from a person who may present a danger to others or themselves. At face value, red flag laws may seem worthwhile and even well-intentioned, but these laws clearly garner concern and have the potential to be heavily abused. Due process is something we're all afforded. These laws virtually remove all due process and require you to prove your innocence. Let's take a close look at some of the specific verbiage in HB 62 and help break down how this bill can be misused and abused. Section 6A. A peace officer who reasonably believes that a person is a danger to self or others by possessing, owning, purchasing, or receiving a firearm may file a petition in the district or superior court for a protective order against the person. The petition must include a description of the number, types, and locations of any firearms or ammunition the peace officer believes are owned or possessed by the respondent and the basis for the petition. Section 7B2. You are required to surrender all firearms and ammunition that you own or possess in accordance with Alaska Statute 1865-830, and you may not have in your custody or control, own, purchase, possess, receive, or attempt to purchase or receive a firearm or ammunition while this order is in effect. Section 6D3B. A peace officer may request an emergency gun violence protective order from a judicial officer. A peace officer may make the request orally, either in person or by telephone, or by submitting a sworn written statement. If the court finds a preponderance of the evidence that the respondent poses an immediate danger of injury to self or others by possessing, owning, purchasing, or receiving a firearm, and that less restrictive alternatives have been tried and were ineffective, the court ex parte shall issue an emergency protective order. An emergency protective order shall prohibit the respondent from possessing, owning, purchasing, or receiving a firearm or ammunition. This is obviously regulatory overreach and disregards both your Second and Sixth Amendment rights. So what can we do to stop this? Firstly, we need to spread information and awareness on this bill and why it should be opposed, so sharing this video and others like it will do a lot. Secondly, we need to be proactive and contact our local representatives as well as the governor. We also need to contact HB 62 sponsors and let them know that we oppose this bill. Email, call, write a letter, all of the above. Let your representatives know we don't want this. Thirdly, we need to join forces with like-minded people, mobilize, and physically stand against these unconstitutional proposals. Let's use our First Amendment right and assemble peacefully. Rallies, protests, and organized gatherings are all valuable, and we can make a difference as well as send a message. Lastly, we need to get out and vote. Voting is part of what makes our country great, and so many people take this for granted. If we want to keep our rights, we need to vote in those who truly represent those rights. Clear your schedule on election days and make sure you have time to go vote. Take the day off, call in sick, get a babysitter. Whatever you have to do, just get out there and vote for the platform you believe in. We here at Dynamic Defense Solutions believe in true independence and liberty. We believe in no compromise involving our rights and have a zero tolerance for gun regulation of any kind. We believe in personal responsibility and not leaving that up to government. We will not stand idly by and wait for someone else to do something, and we hope you won't either. Red flag laws are being pushed all over the nation. Let's stand together and say no to red flag laws.